Okay. It says that we are live. It's your boy. Give me 1 second as I get this dialed in. Okie dokie. Live trading. Let's put in here US30 NAS100 and gold. Update the thumbnail to live trading. Open that up. We'll select a playlist. We'll select live trading. We'll hit done. Then we'll hit save. And give me 1 more second. We're almost there. Let me get this link. If it'll give it to me. Come on, guys. Give me the link. Okay, here we go. Copy this link. Let's go over to here. And let's go to Pip Connect. Let's go. Okie dokie. We are live. We're just hitting up the link and all the different social media. All right, we're hitting it up. Okay, so let's minimize. Okay. We are getting into it. It is your boy Nick, HOUTX Trader, coming live from Houston, Texas, guys. This is only training. This is not financial advice. Sorry, I had a little brain glitch right there. I almost said this is only for financial advice. We do not want to say that. What up, dude? What up? Okay. So again, shout out to My Flash Funding. My Flash Funding, of course, as you know, is sponsoring this YouTube channel and allowing me to give away some funded accounts, which I plan on doing today. So hopefully we get some people in here and we will give away a funded account. Let's do this screen right here. We will share that, unlike yesterday when I was an idiot and I was just talking about myself. Tell you what, let's go on here and let's say okay. Let's copy that, hit that. Let's go to the Bored Apes. Guys, buy a Bored Ape. If anyone ever in here is watching this, going back and watching this later, buy a Bored Ape, dude, and get in the Discords. Buy an ape, get in the Discords. Let's go. Okay, so we put that on the thing. Oh, let me hit up the telegrams real quick. Bingo. Now we are there. So we got the social medias popping with the link and with the fact that we're giving away a 10K account this morning. And yeah, let's so look, dude, here's the deal. NASDAQ and 30 have obviously been bullish, right? Like if we come back to the daily and we're trying to catch the bull by the horns, which is, risky, right? But now we've gotten to this point where we've had a solid break. We've had a solid pullback. And if we just hide all this stuff, I mean, look at all of this area that hasn't had any sort of retracement. The bulls have just came in and smashed. So now is it a smart idea to start to sell here? Probably not, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyways. I'm throwing a Hail Mary. Okay. So we know some people that trade, wick fills, right? And so this wick hasn't necessarily gotten 100% full, but that wick is there. And if so, on this US30, I wonder if he's going to live trade on this US30. Basically, what I saw then is we have my traditional looking trade setup. This is the trade setup that I trade. Now, I would like it to be the opposite direction. I'd rather buy the setup just because the bulls have been in control. But basically, this is the setup. We have a structure. We have it break, even though it didn't hold it. It did break it. And so we can start to then play this Fibonacci off the 88.6, which is here, and sell off. That's the game plan, right? Have structure get broken, measure the pullback, 88.6, take the sell. So LB live. Okay, so Andy's going live today, which is a bummer because we're both going live at the same time. He doesn't take his trades like I do, so two different strategies. So yeah, I'm shorting US30. I've already entered because on the fund account they don't want you entering around news, so I'm already in, right? And on the Nasdaq is a bit differently. On the Nasdaq, I'm almost playing the daily wick fill type strategy that Andy plays on here, because if you see these two wicks that are right here, if you're on the live stream, you know where I'm at, and I'm okay. So these are the wicks, right? And those wicks got filled in. Now, if you also do the fib from top to bottom, from here to there, you see that's also the 88.6. So I'm throwing a Hail Mary. If we come down to the smaller time frames, I entered a sell. I put my stop loss right there, which is 18,470 area, which is above all of this stuff. So if we draw that stop loss out to right here, you'll see I've covered myself on all three of these little wicks, these three little areas if it wants to come up there, which it could very well could do because this is all liquidity, but then it would hold this swing marker. So if this hits stop loss, then it's setting all-time highs and the market's gone, whatever. But with this type of entry, I'm hoping that this could be, a swing trade that could maybe just do one of these. I don't know, but I'm definitely not, I caught this entry here, which I'm still in that entry. So this is kind of one of those things. Maybe we can catch an entry here and it'd be done. Like it's just like this. If you caught this entry, it never came back. If you caught my entry, it never came back. And so I'm hoping that's what I'm playing for. So I'm throwing the Hail Mary, being super risky, going against the trend, the whole 9 yards, but it is what it is. So US30 is not as crazy because US30 we're using a smaller time frame and we're coming down and getting like a more precise type entry off the 88.6 and off the divergence on the RSI. So we might have a US30 trade there. And then with Goldilocks, again, we're coming down to a smaller time frame. And this is what I'm seeing on gold. Gold came up to the 88.6, 78.6 and rejected, right? But I don't think it's done because we obviously have a clear bullish pattern. So I'm willing, I want to take the buys more than I want to take the sells on this because the sells are up here and we missed it last night. So I think that this is going to buy back up. I think it's just selling off now to set up for a buy here in a little bit. So what I've done then is I've obviously fibbed it. I see the 78.6 is sitting right here. This is also this kind of the top of the zone. If we come down to like a smaller time frame, it's the top of this zone, which we can draw out to right there. And that's also the kissing candle right there, which is also like, let's say that's a trap. That's a trap area right here. Okay. Now, some people would say that this is the trap area with this candle, which, they're not wrong. But this did already come down and give us a wick right into this area. I want to see it come down a little bit more. And so I want to see that retest. I want to see this come down before I get in. I don't think it's done. And so I haven't entered manually yet. So I want to see the 78.6 for a better risk reward. And then I also fib this second move, right? This move from here to there before it retraced, and then the 61.8 extension is sitting right there on my 78.6. So as you see, it's selling off. Let's see if it'll sell off for the next few minutes and then trigger me. I have a limit set on that. I do not know where this TP extension is. I didn't look. Yeah, it's already blown through it. So we'll leave that there. So on Goldilocks, I'm going to buy right here and try to go with this momentum, right? Momentum up, three push down. Hopefully this will trigger at my 78.6. Like if this news comes out, we could get a wick and go. It can be quick. So I put a limit in. I'm not messing around. I already have a limit set. It's done. And I put my stop loss down here at 10%. And let's see if we can't catch a momentum trade. Let's see if we can't catch this momentum going up. Again, on US 30, I'm already in and it's taking off. So I have, this is just a traditional play. And this, again, if we come back out to, let's say, the 8-hour reset, this could be the entry. I mean, this could be the swing entry. Now, it might not be because we haven't hit the 88.6 yet. So we draw a line right here on the 88.6, right. So let's say right there, right? We come into the smaller time frames. We're not there yet. So we could very well lose this trade because the 886 against this yellow line. We're not there yet. But with this break of structure, again, it's not pretty. It's just a wick down and close above, which again I didn't like. In yesterday's Zoom call or yesterday's meeting, we said there was a buy. We said that was the area to buy right there, and it didn't exactly was. And it came right up to the 88.6, exactly where we said it was going to. I did not take that trade because it's just not my setup. That's just not the trade that I take. But it was like, well, that's there. And the same thing on Nas. Well, I was shorting Nasdaq, but I didn't feel too happy about it because of this candle. And we said the same thing on the video yesterday. It comes up and closes in. It's going to come up. I did not expect it though to come and break all this and continue to that high. It is what it is. I'm not mad at it because I'm in longs from the bottom. So, I did lose that trade. I think it was like a 0.5% or something. So again, I don't really care. It's not like I over leveraged. A little 0.5% here, 0.5% here, 0.5% here is what it is, because it's these trades that we enter that run for God knows how many pips this is. As of right now, 1,900 pips, which is crazy. So that runner's still down here doing work. I've already taken 2% out of that, and it's still going, so it's all good. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at today. That's what I'm looking at. We have a few minutes. Again, I'm not going to be probably trading much after the news drops. Let's just look at news real quick while we're doing this. Okay, so in news, we've got, in 10 minutes. So after this drops and everything goes bananas, I'm not going to stick around and wait for market open. I'm just going to go about my day. My trades are in. It is what it is. All right. So news in 10 minutes, which is 7:30. This is why I trade at this time. If you are a buy flash funded person, they don't like to trade. They don't want you to trade like I think it's 2.5 minutes, something like that, before and after news drops. So I'm getting in here. It's my opinion, and I'll stand by this, that before the news drops, the market wants to put itself in a position to go the opposite direction. So if it wants to buy, right, the market will put itself, in a spot, let's say down here, for it to buy before the news drops. And that way, when the news does hit, maybe it gives you this wick, right? And I bet you if we look back, that's probably a news day. Maybe, in my opinion, the news will drop and give you one of these. Okay. The market is already in an area to buy up. It's already on the trend line. It's already topped. You see what I'm saying? It's already here. And so if market comes, oh, look, there's the wick, and go. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's the way I like to play news. I like to see, okay, where's the market at? Is it in a spot for it to make a major move? Which direction? Right. So here we're already up. We've already built up so high. And so maybe over the last few days, it's knows since last week, this last Thursday, I think was the news drop on the interest rate. It's been pumping up and setting itself up. Now, if we get some crazy news today, maybe we get this wick and then it sells off. So if I get stopped out of this trade, a possibility, I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but a possibility is maybe to put a stop. So that it'll pump up, right? And then as it's coming back, if I have a stop set, and then it'll trigger the stop for the sell off. That's not my style of trading. That's not what I do, but it is an idea. So it's kind of in this situation that might be a safer idea because we don't know if it does give us a wick up. We don't know how high the wick's going to be, but if it does this, right, we don't know how low this wick is going to be. But if we had a sell stop set here, said once it gets done and it comes back in the range, then it's going to go. We could have had a sell stop there and not had any of this risk down here. Again, I don't really trade with stops. I'm more of a limit person. So, yeah. I mean, I'm in good profit. I mean, US30 is printing. What is this? This is NASDAQ, and it is in profit barely. So I probably entered right here somewhere. And then 30 is in profit. Let's see if we can't get, man, if this thing just tanks, I would be happy. Okay, so we have 8 minutes. Let's look at Bitcoin because I saw on Andy's channel someone posted Bitcoin. Again, I like to look at Bitcoin on the daily. I don't mess around with internal time frames. So this is what I'm thinking with this. If we're looking at buying Bitcoin, We could probably get a retest of the 78.6 fib fan and then go. I don't think it's going to come in much lower, but what we were looking on, what I showed on the channel was the sell side fan again. So we're looking from here to there, or is it from here to there? Yeah, you could use this one, right? And you can see how the fib fan is just rejecting. Okay, it's rejecting this. I think that's a 61.8. It's just rejecting it. And so if it breaks a 61.8, then it might be done. It might be adios amigos off to the races. But really, I think I like this one better. Okay, so if you're going to use fib fans, my personal opinion is, and I think the way you're actually supposed to use them is you start from a pivot point, which would be the top here, and you draw it to the first structure, the first bottom, the first leg of the Elliott wave, whatever you want to call it. You draw it to the first one, okay? And because if you draw it from to this one or to this one, you're missing out of all this stuff over here. So I don't like doing that. I don't like how people just randomly put their fans in. It's not mathematically correct. If you put it to the first bottom or the first leg, and then that fan will dictate the rest of the move. Even if it keeps getting lower, it's going to respect those areas. As you can see, this trend line on this 88.6 trend line is right there. It's topped it and it's tapped it. And you'll see these other lines starting to find some sort of support and resistance, like right here, right? If you draw that trend line, see how it's bouncing off. So it's maybe not always perfect, but you'll see that it starts to kind of hold those areas. So if this does break, then I think it's gone. But I can see this rejecting and getting a little bit lower before it does go. Ethereum is super clean as well. Third touch of the Elliott wave is not quite done yet. We're not quite oversold. I think it's come here and then it pop off and then break this. And once it breaks that trend line, I think it's going to be setting new highs. So we're just having a nice Elliott wave pullback. I think it needs to go a little bit deeper on Ethereum before it pops off. My personal opinion. Let's look at Solana. Solana's found the bottom, double bottomed it, right? It's double topped it. So there's definitely liquidity sitting on top. Now, is it going to give us one more touch and go? Perhaps like a little head and shoulders, if you will, right? A little hit, a little head, and a little off to the races. So that's kind of what I'm hoping there because, again, I have a lot of Solana. Let's look at Cardano, which I have a lot of as well. And again, hopefully Cardano is finding its bottom here. It's starting to tinker out. So these cells, this one leg, two leg, three leg Elliott wave cells are hopefully getting, losing its momentum. And that'll take as well. Hopefully, let's see. Dot basically looks exactly like Cardano. Finding the bottom here. Let's see if we can have a good break and go. And I don't really mess with you. I think it's done with it. Pumped and done. And yeah, I'm not messing with that. Let's go back to our boys. Let's see what 30 is doing. Again, I'm trading 30 on the smaller time frame. And it is in drawdown. So again, I'm only risking 0.5% on these trades. I'm not throwing big lots on these because if these trades hit, I'm hoping they're going to hit for a long time. So therefore, I'm not putting a full 1% or 2% risk on there. I would do that if I was buying, but since I'm selling and going against all this momentum, I'll go for a smaller stop loss and just see if it hits. Just see if it runs. Same thing on NASDAQ. But you could put a larger lot size on Goldilocks if it enters us. Hopefully this news will give us a wick up and down real quick and get us in the trade. We will see. Okay, we got 4 minutes. Let's see how many people are on here on the StreamYards. We've got 11 people. Thank you all 11. What's the NAS runner area? My NAS runner is from way down. NAS runner is from like way down here somewhere. Let me do this. Let me go to open NAS. Let me make this big. Okay, so my NAS runner is from down here. Right? NAS runner, and there's my stop loss is already in profit, obviously. Maybe I should move my stop loss up here. But yeah, my NAS runner's from way down there, right? Which is, like I said again, which is from right here, right on that double bottom right there, right? So if people like me are still in NAS runners from way down here, then you could expect the market to want to come back and negate this. We just don't know when. But if it wants to keep running, I'm not mad at it. You know, it's kind of hedging all these other losses that I'm taking. So at least I'm making some money while it's going. And then what about EU? Yeah, we can look at EU real quick. Let me figure out where that is. Is it on green? EU. There it is. EU. Well, I called that trade out. When was this? April 24th, and it's still banging. I can fly. All right. So I haven't looked at EU in quite some time, but there it is. Time 24. Is it already telling me what news is, even though news hasn't came out yet? That's kind of crazy. All right. EU. So what I would be doing then is probably just looking at this swing, right? Because the overall, it's been like, if we look overall lately, it's been selling. I'm sorry, my computer's going bonkers right now with all this news dropping. Overall, it's been selling, right? Selling, little pullback, sell. So I would rather be in sales. So I would look for this long that's pop. Okay, shut up. Good Lord. Fucking hell. What is going on here? Give me 1 second, because I'm seeing what this, my computer is obviously hemorrhaging with all this news going. And it looks like the prices are going crazy. Did those orders already lose? Jesus, what? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have a chance right now to look to fuck with EU. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, so there's the entry on gold. There's the entry on gold. Okay, what do we got going on here? Gold. Look at the gold. Look at the gold. Look at the gold. Look at the gold. Stop loss. So I lost those other trades. Look at the gold. Holy shit. NAS, US30. I hit stop loss on all those. I'm just closing out all this shit. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're not really worried about these because we had small orders, but we did call a perfect gold entry. There it is. There's the perfect gold entry, 88.6 and gone. Take profit. Yep. So it's telling me that, all right, so I'm out of all my positions right now. It looks like my runner hit whatever TP that I had set for it. And yep. Okay, there's our day of trading. Job is done, guys. NASDAQ, didn't do what we wanted to do. Again, we were trying to do a Hail Mary and it went through the roof. Gold did exactly what we wanted to do because we want to buy it, and US30 knocked us out as well. Again, I don't really care about those. Those are small positions, and we're trying to throw Hail Marys. The Goldilocks did hit. There it is, right in front of your eyes. Smashed a gold trade, going with momentum. Everything worked out the way it was supposed to do. So there it is, guys. Hopefully you guys put your limit right there on the gold like we did. And yep, that is all. Let me close this down. Let's give away this account, this $10,000 funded account, right? We got 5 people in here. Too bad they left. Let's do this. What month was my daughter born in? You guys, whoever gets closest to the month my daughter was born in can get the free $10,000 account. All you need to do is email me your name, or just on my socials. Send me your name and your email address. Sorry, my brain's fucking scattered this morning. Look at that gold trade. There it is. Again, I'm not really worried too much about these NASDAQs, and we had small stop losses on these trying to do a fucking swing Hail Mary, right? This was the real trade, was right there. And it matches up perfect. like I told you, 78.6 is where it's at. We had the Fibonacci look, and it also hit the 236 extension perfectly. I see my boy Dax on here, so he's fucking smiling ear to ear. And we had this support resistance zone. And if you also come down to the smaller time frames, right, we had the Elliott wave, right? Let me do the Elliott wave here, there, little retracement, Elliott wave. And if you measure the second leg, guys, it's always the second leg. Measure the second leg. The 61.8 is right where the 78.6 is, and that gives us our confidence to pull the trigger. All right, we're buying with momentum. We're going in the same direction. You guys get the picture. We call it out low. We call it out live here. So we got 10 people now in there. So the question is, if you want to win the $10,000 funded account from My Flash Funding, then what month was my daughter born in? No one yet has it. So let's see. We got 10 people in here. I don't think we have 10 answers. We've got 1, 2. I'm not even sure what EDY is, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 answers. A couple more people can chime in for a chance to win this funded account. If not, we'll see who gets closest. And I see Dak bubble. I see Austin's just gonna start firing months away. That's pretty good. Man, that was a beautiful gold trade called live. Beautiful gold trade called live right there. Okay, anybody else want to take a swing? And I suppose since Austin Collins is the only one who is answering, giving me multiple shots, we'll call it. We'll give it to you, Austin, just for the fact that you're answering so much. But no, all of you guys got it wrong. It's actually September, and so we'll give it to you, my boy, because you're right there in the ballpark. You're close. You're teetering. All right, Dak, send me your I know your first name, obviously. Send me your name, obviously. Send me your email address, and I will send it over to get you the account. Look at that fucking look at that perfect 236 extension and rejecting. Look at that. What are these fuckers doing? Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go selling against it. But again, this is where we could have put that limit in, right? We could have put that limit in, and as it comes back down, catch it on that side. But I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys took that gold trade, which smashed. We were already hit TP in and out. So let me stop sharing the screen. Thank you guys very much. Remember, it's your boy. Do me a favor, like and subscribe to the YouTube. Help me grow the channel. This is not for financial advice. This is for training only. And I don't sell anything. I don't have any signals, none of that stuff. All I ask you guys to do is just smash that subscribe button, like these videos, and let's see if we can make some money next time. All right, guys, deuce.